besides being one of the best footballers to join Real Madrid soon. Kylian Mbappé is a young athlete who knows how to make the most of his fortune. But have you ever wondered how this football celebrity lives these days? In this video, you'll find out all about Kylian Mbappe's luxurious life. Born in 1998 in Paris, the capital of France, Kylian Mbappé Latin, better known simply as Kylian Mbappé, is one of the biggest stars in world football today. From humble beginnings, the young Mbappé showed his passion for football early, with Cristiano Ronaldo as his greatest idol. His career in the sport began at the AS Bondy club, where he managed to stand out until he was signed by Monaco, being the youngest athlete to play in the first team at just 16 years old. His technique on the ball was already so impressive that it didn't take long for the star to attract attention from big clubs, signing a loan deal for Paris Saint-Germain, which became permanent in 2018, in a transfer worth more than $200 million, which led him to be considered the second most expensive player at the time at just 20 years old. That same year, Mbappé donned the shirt of the French national team and managed to win the World Cup in Russia. He was also voted the best young player of the World Cup in 2018 and the top scorer of the competition in 2022. In 2024, Mbappé informed the Paris Saint-Germain board that he would be leaving the team at the end of his contract. As a result, the European press has reported that the Frenchman will soon be joining Real Madrid, and if the deal is indeed officialized, he could become the highest-paid player to wear the Los Blancos shirt. And it is for all his talent and ability on the pitch that Mbappé is among the most promising players in world football today, having already amassed an immense fortune to enjoy a life full of luxuries. Real estate. When it comes to investing in a good place to live, Kylian Mbappé doesn't spare his money. Some sources speculate, for example, that he once lived in a luxury flat overlooking the famous Eiffel Tower in Paris, the capital of France. The player's property was nothing less than a duplex flat in one of the most sophisticated buildings in the neighborhood. And because the player's apartment is on the top floor, it should certainly give him a spectacular view of the city, which you can get a good idea of by looking at records of penthouses that are located in the same area. And based on the rental prices of other neighboring properties, it's possible to get an idea of how much the striker paid to live there. According to some sources, Mbappé had to pay around $40,000 every month. There is currently speculation that the player has bought another property located in Neuilly-sur-Seine, a super exclusive neighborhood frequented by many other celebrities. On social media, Mbappé has already shared some photos of his home with the public. According to what has been shown, it is possible to see that the decor of the house is based on neutral tones and creams with classic wood finishes that appear to be very luxurious. It is believed that there is even a swimming pool in the property for the player to relax in. And according to media reports, the young striker has invested almost $10 million to acquire this property. With negotiations with Real Madrid already underway, some rumors suggest that the star is looking for a mansion to live in Spain, in neighborhoods such as La Finca or La Moralija, but for the time being there is no certainty as to where he will actually stay. Exaggerated luxuries. As one of the main players in the French national team, everyone knows that Kylian Mbappé has a very luxurious lifestyle. To cater for him, for example, PSG have agreed to pay for a personal staff that includes a private driver, a bodyguard, and even a personal assistant who is always at his disposal. A pampering that will cost almost $35,000 every month. When it comes to dressing well, he doesn't seem to like to skimp either. Mbappé has already been seen wearing several expensive watches, such as Hublot Big Bang FIFA World Cup Qatar for $6,000. Rolex Yachtmaster for $13,500. Hublot Big Bang Steel Diamonds for $15,600. Millennial Pink Hublot Big Bang for $20,900. Hublot Big Bang Unico Titanium Ceramic for $21,700. Hublot Big Bang Sang Blue Titanium White for $22,000. Hublot Big Bang Sang Blue 2 for $24,000. Hublot Spirit of Big Bang for $26,600. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore Chronograph for $40,000. Hublot Spirit of Big Bang King Gold in 18K for $43,000. Hublot Big Bang Integrated King Gold for $47,000. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Blue Grande Tapisserie for $65,000. Hublot Big Bang Unico Sapphire for $69,000. Hublot Big Bang Unico Titanium Rainbow for $69,500. Hublot Big Bang Unico Red Sapphire for $88,000. And even a Hublot Rainbow watch for an unbelievable $94,000. Cars. Kylian Mbappé is an athlete who doesn't usually skimp when it comes to acquiring beautiful vehicles for his garage. He has already been seen getting out of a Volkswagen Tiguan, an SUV with a modern design, the price of the newest and most complete models of which can cost up to $40,000. Mbappé has also been clicked getting out of a Volkswagen Golf GTI, a car with a robust engine and precise handling, which has a spacious design to comfortably seat 5 passengers. And that must be why, in its most recent versions, this car costs up to $40,000. The player has also posted photos in a Volkswagen ID.4 Cross, a 100% electric vehicle with a futuristic design. The car is equipped with a battery that gives it a range of more than 310 miles and can cost up to $50,000. Of the same model, Mbappé has also been spotted a few times with a Volkswagen ID.5, an SUV with state-of-the-art features costing $57,000, as well as a Volkswagen ID.7, an electric sedan with a range of up to 385 miles, which can be purchased for more than $60,000. He has also posted a photo of himself getting out of an Audi that appeared to be the A6 Avant model, a vehicle with a station wagon design, the latest models of which cost around $60,000. Going up in price, he was seen in a Mercedes that appeared to be the GLE model, a luxury SUV capable of offering a lot of comfort and safety. And to give you an idea of the price of this car, there are newer models that cost around $80,000. Going up a little in price, the player has a Volkswagen Multivan, an ideal vehicle for when he wants to get around with more space and comfort, with an estimated price of around $85,000. Mbappé also has a Cadillac Escalade, a huge car capable of offering great comfort and safety for all its passengers. And to give you an idea of the price, depending on the model, it can cost around $90,000. Even more expensive, Mbappé has already been seen in a Volkswagen Touareg, another SUV from the German brand that is even more robust and spacious. It's no wonder that to own one of these, you may have to invest more than $110,000 in the latest models. Another super comfortable vehicle that the Frenchman owns is a Mercedes-Benz V-Class, a huge car capable of offering plenty of space and ergonomics for all its passengers. And to enjoy this car, you may need to invest up to $150,000. And although Kylian Mbappé doesn't have a license, several sources speculate that he owns a Ferrari SF90 Stradale, one of the fastest cars made by Ferrari. The vehicle is equipped with a Super V8 engine, capable of accelerating from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds, reaching a top speed of an unbelievable 211 miles per hour. And perhaps that's why a new one can fetch over $600,000. Luxury transport. Kylian Mbappé doesn't like to cut corners when it comes to traveling in the utmost comfort and sophistication. When he signed his contract with PSG, for example, the player demanded to have a private jet to use whenever he wanted, something that, despite being denied, hasn't stopped him from hiring supermodern aircraft on his own. Among the aircraft used by the player, for example, is a Bombardier Challenger 350, one of the most used corporate jets in the world. The interior of the aircraft is very elegant and comfortable, ideal for the needs of the French star. And to enjoy all this luxury, you may have to shell out around $7,000 for just 1 hour's flight. Mbappé also likes to enjoy his holidays on the high seas and has been photographed several times on board beautiful boats, which are probably not cheap. He has, for example, been seen on a Prestige 680, a 70-foot-long modern yacht traveling at a cruising speed of 25 knots. The interior of the boat is bathed in natural light, which creates a pleasant atmosphere in every room. And among the main spaces are a living area, an open-plan kitchen for cabins accommodating up to 8 people, among many other amenities to enjoy during your trip. And it's no wonder that to rent a yacht of this model, you have to shell out a whopping $6.5 thousand a day, or around $37.9 thousand a week. Donations. As a young athlete from a humble background, Mbappé likes to make very generous donations to help those in need. To give you an idea, when he was just 19 years old, after winning the 2018 World Cup, he decided to donate no less than all the money he earned to charity. According to some sources, the French striker was paid around $22,300 per game and earned a further $350,000 as a bonus for winning the competition, which totaled more than $500,000. And believe it or not, that was the amount he donated to Premiers de Cordes, an association that organizes sporting events for children with disabilities, and it is speculated that to this day he continues to donate all the money he receives when he plays for France in competitions. During the pandemic, Mbappé has continued to help those most in need and has even set up a foundation called Inspired by KM, which has promised to help many children realize their dreams. Sources of income. Kylian Mbappé is an athlete who has good sources of income beyond football. Because he is considered to be one of the best players in the world and one of the most promising of the new generation of footballers, the youngster has become something of a celebrity, known all over the world. On social media, for example, he is one of the most followed footballers in the world. On Facebook alone, he has 17 million followers, but it's on Instagram that Mbappé really stands out, with more than 113 million people following him on a daily basis. A number so high that it makes him the most famous person in France, ahead of other great players from his country, such as Karim Benzema, Antoine Griezmann, Paul Pogba, and Zidane. And of course, because he's so famous, Mbappé is able to earn a lot of money by associating with and promoting various companies. Among the brands for which the striker has already advertised are Oakley, Christian Dior, PlayStation 5, Hugo Boss, among many others. Just as an ambassador for Swiss luxury watchmaker Hublot, for example, it is estimated that Mbappé earns around $1.5 million a year. As for being sponsored by the sports products company Nike, some sources say that his contract is around $5 million a year. It's estimated that all his sponsorships add up to between $15 and $20 million a year. Not bad, is it? In addition to the money he earns from advertising deals, the French star has already published a comic book for children called Je m'appelle Kylian and founded Zebra Valley, his sports content production company, which has a partnership with the NBA. Net worth. As one of the best footballers in the world, there's no doubt that Kylian Mbappé has already amassed a huge fortune. To give you an idea of his earnings, when he was around 17 years old and playing for Monaco, for example, it is estimated that he had a salary of around $1.1 million a year. Although this is an excellent salary for a player as young as him, it's a far cry from the amount he currently receives. Following his move to Paris Saint-Germain, Kylian Mbappe's salary has multiplied dozens of times over, to today reach a level that puts him on the list of the highest paid players in the world. According to some sources, the striker received a salary, plus performance bonuses, of almost $28 million per season. In 2022, he signed a contract extension with the club, which brings his salary up to $53 million a year before tax. And although that figure is impressive, all the indications are that Mbappé won't be staying at Paris Saint-Germain, preferring to reduce his earnings per season in order to have the chance to play for other big clubs. According to some rumors, the Frenchman is expected to sign a 5-year contract with Real Madrid, where he will earn between $16 and $21 million per season, a figure that, although lower than PSG's, could increase considerably thanks to bonuses. To give you an idea, it's believed that Mbappé will pocket a sum over $160 million for image rights, which will be paid in annual installments. In other words, his annual salary could be more than $53 million. And it looks like this huge income will only increase. That's because according to football experts, Kylian Mbappé is at the top of the ranking of the world's most valuable players, estimated to be worth around 180 million euros. When you consider Mbappe's other sources of income, his annual earnings are much higher. And although nobody knows exactly what his fortune is, some sources estimate that he has already accumulated a net worth of around $180 million. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel deals to satisfy your curiosity.